Hello, good evening, good day. Hope we find you in good spirits today. Currently, we are on the 7 steps to an incredible relationship, or 7 days to an incredible relationship. Number one was time, spending time together as a couple. Number two was clear, kind communication. Make sure that it's very clear and you're kind in your delivery. And it was playtime.
That's right. It's playtime, prayer time.
And then prayer time. You gotta give reverence to God and bring God into your relationship together. It was work together on a project, birth something that'll generate some prosperity and a legacy, something of that nature.
And
And number six, today we're talking.
about intimacy.
Give your thoughts on intimacy.
So, praise the Lord today. Intimacy is time together, connecting mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, physically. It's a closeness when you're in intimacy with the person that you love and you care about. It's a good thing to have, is intimacy. And it doesn't just have to be a physical intimacy. It can be, like I said, spiritual, where you connect in the spirit realm. Emotional, when you actually have an opportunity to feel the person that you're with, feel their heart and their compassion or what they're going through. That's very important to be connected, and that's an intimate level to go there. That's out of just your everyday life, your everyday things that you deal with. It's a connection, it's a closeness, just like your intimacy with God. It's something that you can be with that person that you're not with anyone else. And you don't have to worry about that person hurting you or anything like that. It's just a very close place to be. It's a wonderful place to be. It's a place that you want to be with God. It's a place that you want to be with the person that you're in love with. It's kind of my definition of intimacy.
Yeah, it's very important in a relationship because there's a certain level of trust and vulnerability when it comes to intimacy. You're at a when you're being intimate, you trust the person and you put your guards down and you know things are on a different level. But it's very important that you schedule that and you enjoy that and you cherish it and you know you keep it between you and the person you're being intimate with. It's not something that you go talk to your friends or your buddies about or your girlfriends or put on social media or anything else like that. If you do that, you cheapen it. It ain't worth nothing. You know. So it's just a personal experience with you and that person. And if you're doing things according to the Lord, then God's involved. Like if you're married and you're in your intimacy, the Lord is smiling on it. So it's a wonderful thing. You want to touch on
Yes, it is. It's a wonderful thing. It's a closeness, and it's something to treasure with the person that you're in love with, and they're in love with you. And you shouldn't have that relationship with someone that you're not in love with or you're married with. I know nowadays people don't go by that any longer. It's kind of like you get with somebody and then the intimate physical aspect of intimacy. For women, you take the physical part as being love and affection and a relationship, but some guys don't look at it that way. They just look at it for the physical release of it, and they look at it as a trophy to win a female and go after a lot of different females. So it's not special the way it's supposed to be. So for the ladies, if you're desiring to be in a relationship and be intimate, make sure that it's the right person. You know, it would be wonderful if you could wait for God to get married and know it's the right person. But that may be going in one ear and out the other. So if you are with somebody and you're not going to wait, just make sure it's the right person and they're not going to use you and you get heartbroken because you thought it was something special and it was just a female that they were with. You got to guard your heart and you got to guard your body because it's the only thing that you really have is your heart and your body. In a relationship for a woman, I can't speak on it from a man's perspective, but for a woman, just protect yourself, ladies, and don't just give your body up because it's yours and God's. So save it for the right person. And the best thing to do is to get married and do it in honor of the Lord in the way that He wants it to be done. And it's okay to wait. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes guys or people don't think you can wait, but you can. You can wait and wait for the right person to come and do it the right way. And if you're a virgin, you definitely want to wait and have that opportunity to experience the whole relationship and the intimacy with that right person and get married and do it the right way. That would be a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you to experience it and have God bless that relationship that you could be with that person forever and never have to experience anyone else. That would be my wish for you.
Yeah, yeah. And those that are promiscuous, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a little bit deeper than just getting yours nowadays. There's a lot of shady stuff going on out there, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are walking around itching, got bumps, got the package. This is a lot of things out there that really, it's almost playing Russian roulette. Really, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Having sex with being intimate with multiple people, and you know what I'm saying, and just trying things and things of that nature. You might want to chill on that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some cases out there, man, that ain't go well. Some tests that came back, positive, and I don't mean in a positive way. So you wanna actually make sure, man, that you know what I'm saying, that you lined up the right way, you're doing the right thing, and you're gonna win if you do it the God's way. If you do it God's way, you're gonna win. But just remember that, that it is. Don't cheapen intimacy. Don't cheapen it. And how you cheapen it is by dishing it out to anybody that got a plate and standing in your line. It's like a buffet. Nah, nah. It's reservation only here. You got to keep reservations only. You know what I'm saying? You ever been to a restaurant where you got to make a reservation 4 months, 6 months, 10 months ahead of time? Well, you let to the women out there, you let that man know, sir, you need to have reservations to get with this. And not only do you have to have reservations, you got to be committed. You got to be serious.
That's right.
You got to be serious. And men, same thing to you. You know, don't think that that you got it easier. It's the same thing. You the ones who's going around giving these women this stuff. Y'all got to keep it real. Keep it 100 out there.
That's right.
It's dangerous not to. And you a buster if you a liar and a faker and a fronter. You know what I'm saying? You're just a straight up wimp. Just playing with the women's hearts, telling them what they gotta say, getting them to lay down and then keeping it pushing. Man, believe me, that ain't even the business. That's not the business nowadays. You know what I'm saying? At all. Never been the business, but definitely today is definitely not. We don't have enough time. Things are moving too fast. You gotta get focused. You gotta be able to move forward. You can't waste time on anything and anybody. There's something else you could be doing instead of selling lies to someone. And that goes for men and that goes for women.
It's very true.
Yeah.
We took our daughter to the doctor to get her shots, and on the board it said 48 people were in there today that were tested positive for HIV, and they were high school students. So it's in the
Mm.
high schools. Um, being
Just,
promiscuous
ooh.
is in the high schools, and high school students are 48 in that day tested positive for HIV. That's very serious. So you have to take intimacy, sex, this thing very serious. And definitely use protection. Definitely have the person go and get a test. Don't just take their word for it. And keep yourself out of environments or situations where that's going to happen, where you're going to get caught up.
The best thing is to be abstinent
Hmm.
and wait on your mate from the Lord.
Yes.
But we're being real. If you got the urge, or you got, you out there, or whatever the case may be, do what my wife says. Take precautions. We're not promoting um, anybody committing fornication.
Right.
We're not. But if you're going to knowingly fornicate, at
That's having sex
least,
out of wedlock.
yeah, at least have a little respect for yourself and self worth by doing things to prevent yourself from getting sick.
Or
You know,
dying.
yeah, or not. That's a serious conversation you got to have with yourself. If you can think about those 48 students that contracted HIV that got tested that day in this county that we live in Southern California. That's one county,
And that's one day.
and that's one day.
And do you think they're really going to do the right thing and protect themselves? Do you think that they're going to stop? No.
No, they're not. I read almost every other day somebody got the disease and then purposely infected as many people as they possibly could.
Yeah.
So it's people out there that are straight up doing drive-bys,
Yeah.
and people don't even know they're being shot.
Mm.
So much love, but intimacy is a good thing if it's done right, and it's a deadly thing if it's done wrong. So 7 days to an incredible relationship. You got to look for the book. It's coming out. Number one was time. Spend time. Clear, kind communication is 2. Playtime is 3. Prayer time is 4. Work together on a project that be able to leave a legacy with your children's children. And an intimacy is number 6. And tomorrow we'll talk about word time, faith time. That's the realest. That's the foundation of the whole game. That's the rule book. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to win, you got to know the rules.
That's true.
So you don't get penalized all day and have to sit on the bench. You don't want to be in there winning. Much love. Y'all be good. Give your spouse a kiss, a hug. If you're married, make good love. Peace.